Is it coming on? Oh, there it is. All right. Is it coming on? Oh, there it is. There's a little bit of a delay. Kind of weird. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Real quick, before I begin anything, there's a delay in the audio, I'm pretty sure. This always happens. So, if you guys want to work with me and get this sorted out, let me know when things are sounding good. Then I'll be good. Hey guys, nice to see all of you. It's a pleasure. Oh, the delay doesn't matter? Okay. It looked worse on my screen. But if the delay is not bad, then I can continue. Awesome. Cool. Cool. Okay. Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a little while. It's been a long time, actually. Alright, I guess the delay fixed itself. It's been a long time. It was 3 months since my last live stream and like a month and a half since my last upload. Quite a while. I've started to do SEO. If by started you mean I've been doing it for about, well, like going hard on it for 7 months in the scope of this website, yes. I've been doing it for a while, but like the scope of this website that I'm on, yeah, about 6-7 months. But it's fun. It's super fun, but also time consuming. So yeah, I upload about once every 1.5 months. And as soon as I started talking, I realized I'm actually very dehydrated, so I'm gonna be drinking a lot right now. But yeah, good to see you guys. Whether you're new or old subscribers, if you're old, thank you for not unsubscribing. I appreciate that. It's just, like I said, it's incredibly time consuming. Basically, I am still in school. I'm like this close to getting to graduating. I've got 1 more year, so I'm like, I'm gonna tough it out. I'm not gonna drop out of this. I'm not gonna quit. So I'm doing that, and then on top of that, working on my website and everything. It's kind of crazy. It takes up a lot of time. So yeah, my YouTube is kind of on the back burner. But right now I'm doing link building. So I was like, hey, that's kind of boring. Let me go ahead and boot up a live stream and kind of, you know, multitask and get some good stuff going right here. So I thought that was pretty cool. Do I do it for my own ecom websites or for something else? Yeah, it's I wouldn't even call it really an ecom website. It's more of an affiliate website. I have some e-commerce products in there, but every day, more and more I go down it. It's just e-commerce is more of something that you get into kind of way down the line. And when you're starting off making a website, having it be e-commerce is kind of tough. And I can explain that more. But really, it's majority affiliate. How many sales have I made with SEO? So right now, from my timeline that I kind of played things out on, and I'm actually, it's kind of exceeding my expectations. I'm about 5.5 months in to this website that I'm on right now. In terms of, I posted my first article 5.5 months ago, so you know, it was kind of a slow process. I didn't just dump all the content on there and then it's been sitting. I was writing these articles, you know, a couple days each article. It's made about $30 off of Amazon so far, which sounds terrible, but I'll say it, it's about 30 bucks. Really, it's amazing that it's making even anything right now. With the scope of SEO, it takes such a long time for things to really start kicking into gear that, you know, it turns a lot of people off. And honestly, that might sound a little terrible to you guys, but for me, I'm super excited about it. That's doing awesome, and it's really going to scale up from this point on, especially as I'm really kicking into gear the link building that I'm doing to take the website kind of to the next level. So very excited about that. It shows that it is working, that it does convert, and yeah, super excited. Will I make Shopify store reviews again? I don't think so. It's not really my forte. Do I run Facebook ads anymore? No, and I don't even run retargeting right now because my audience isn't big enough to justify that. But when I do start running ads again, it will only be for retargeting, nothing interest-based, nothing cold traffic, anything like that. I got rats. Fantastic to see you. I've been fantastic. How are you? I see what you're doing. You're doing great. So good on you, man. Oh, Wayward says Zach's not dead. Yeah, rock on. I'm not dead. Mentally and inside, yes, I am dead. But physically, no. Physically, my body is still a husk, and it's still right here. So yeah, like I said, what I'm doing right now, yeah, that was edgy. Basically, what I'm doing right now is doing some link building, some outreach to get guest posts on websites and to get links back to my site, boost that domain authority, rank higher in Google, see better results. It's a sucky part of it. It's terrible. I absolutely want to just hire somebody to do this, and I am going to. I think in a couple of months I'm going to hire somebody to kind of do my outreach for me, but right now it's only me, just because I want to kind of get things rolling and then have somebody pick it up from there. Missing the dad hat today? Yeah, I washed and combed my hair recently, so I was like, yeah, I'm not going to wear the hat. I'm indoors. SEO tips for Shopify Google rankings. Honestly, ranking a Shopify store in Google is pretty garbage unless you're writing blog posts on it, in which case you're going to see the same success as if you're writing on, say, a WordPress website in terms of SEO traffic. But if you're just trying to rank your product pages and your categories in Google, you're going to have a very difficult time. However, I will say I have a few product pages that are ranking in Google. I got kind of lucky with those, mostly because there's a lack of competition, but people are still searching for those. But otherwise, no, those aren't ranking in Google. So yeah, if you want to rank your Shopify store in Google, you got to write blog posts. That's the most generic answer I could give. But that is the answer. You're not going to just rank your website. You're not going to rank your product pages. Don't I want to try Google Shopping? Google Shopping is great. Not for what I want to do, though. It's not in my realm. Don't you want to try? Oh, that's it. What is backlinking? Good question. So I imagine. Okay. Let me say. I'm kind of upset about my channel. I've gotten a majority of my subscribers from kind of my garbage videos back in the day, and they are pretty good if you are sticking with the dropshipping, Facebook ad model. If you're going to do that, the ways that I say in those videos, that's how you're going to see success. But that entire strategy just is not super good. So I imagine most of you aren't really up to snuff with SEO and really understanding what it is, how to use it, how websites actually succeed by utilizing SEO techniques and getting a bunch of free traffic and stuff. So this is a great question by O Wayward. What is backlinking? Essentially, a backlink is really what the name suggests. It's a link from another website that links back to your website. Basically, what this is good for is it shows Google it's kind of somebody vouching for you, right? Like if a website trusts your website enough to put a link to it on their website and link back to yours, that's showing Google, hey, this website trusts this other website's content, and this website that links to it is pretty good, so that must mean that this website over here is also pretty good. And it just kind of helps with Google rankings, and they kind of trust your website more. It's a very generalized term, but that's basically what it is. Backlinks are links from other websites to your website that shows Google, hey, this is a good website, it's trustworthy. Maybe you should try pushing some stuff up in the Google search rankings because they make good stuff. It's not that straightforward, obviously. If it was that straightforward, then PBNs would be way more rampant than they are, and they are massively rampant, people just abusing the system, but it's not that simple. But it is a big part of the pie, and that's something that I need to work on right now. I think I have 80 articles posted on my website right now, and they're massive behemoths of articles. And I do have some good backlinks, but I need a lot more. I tried to be like, oh, they're not that important, but they really are. So I'm doubling down on that and really making it crazy. Let's see. Are meta keywords required for SEO? Meta keywords. What exactly do you mean by that? Do you mean like you're targeting a keyword for your content? In which case it's not required, but it's obviously beneficial because then you get to make your entire content around that particular keyword. So if you could kind of clarify what that means. If you mean like actually specifying a keyword, that's not really something that you have to do. Like explicitly stating, hey, this page is for this keyword. No, that's not something that you do. Where have I been, bro? Working, a lot of work. I've been using SEO for Google and learning Google ads. Yeah, learn everything and then apply it. Making sales. Yeah, decent amount right now, more than I expected at this point, and it's just going to keep going up. So we're in a period of limbo right now. I plan to drop ship for just a few more months until I get enough money to private label everything and ship it out with Amazon. Yeah, you're in a good place for that, man. I see your business. You're definitely getting consistent sales with that. So private labeling would be the excellent next step for that. What should be our maximum budget for testing one product? Not going to answer that because I really don't believe testing individual products is a good method. Yeah, don't do that. Do you think dropshipping is the best way to get started in e-commerce? So yes and no. Okay. So e-commerce is selling products online, right? And really the only way that somebody's going to get into it if they don't have connections in the industry and they don't have a lot of startup capital is drop shipping, because it requires absolutely no startup capital, and you just send the products out when they get purchased. So if you are getting into e-commerce, yeah, you're going to drop ship to do it. But the issue is the general idea behind drop shipping, and if you go based off of YouTube drop shipping teachers, you're kind of screwed because that business model is garbage. I've been watching it closely for 3 years now, and it's not something that's nice to anybody really, especially the people that spend so much time on it, because it's just not a long-term strategy. I made $79 these past 2 days. I've only paid $14 for domain name. Oh, cool. Shopify blogs really suck. They do really suck, and that's why I highly vouch for WordPress. It's a lot more customizable. In terms of SEO performance, they're going to be the exact same. It just matters content on the page. But in terms of conversion rates, yeah, WordPress is going to be 10 billion times better. Are 3 keywords per collection/category good? I don't really know what you mean by that. If you could elaborate, please. Do you ever have problems with PayPal? No, in fact, PayPal has been a blessing to me. I've had a couple of issues, but I just call them up and talk to them, and they immediately solve problems. They're fantastic. They've been great for me. What do you mean by testing individual products is not a good thing? What should we do instead? Good question. So if you're in the mindset of testing individual products, you're probably in the mindset of just like, just the general drop shipping, right? Finding a trendy product, running ads to it, seeing if it sells. If it does, ramping up the ad spend on the ad. I don't like that strategy. It's very volatile, first of all. It can just die off like that, and it's not guaranteed you're going to find another product to replace that. It's very time consuming and costly. It takes a lot of money to run ads, and it's not guaranteed that you're going to find a winning ad set or audience for that product. And also, it's not scalable, really. At the end of the day, do you see businesses succeeding off of that for years and years, just individually like, oh, I wonder if this product will be good. Oh, I wonder if that product will be good. No, it's not. And that's really why the kind of affiliate or putting things in front of people that they're already looking for business is so good, because a demand for information and for particular products is never going to go away. So why don't you play into that consistent demand with information-based content that is going to, you know, if you're doing SEO correctly, show up in Google, and it should be a consistent thing, and you can just build on top of it. I mean, this has been going on since basically the internet started. It's definitely evolved over the past 20 or so years, but the same idea still applies there. It's way more consistent. So focusing your effort on just one product at a time, being like, oh, I wonder if this will be the next hot one, it just doesn't really make sense. And believe me, I've done this. I did that for the better part of a year, and it worked. How much did I make off of that, off of doing that little dance? Probably like 20 grand or so, but it died and I could not get it back, and that was the end of that, trying to jump from trendy product to trendy product. It's not something that you can build a business off of, and that's the whole idea. Is you want to build a business, you want to build an asset that you then have for a long time, and if you ever want to cash out, then you can sell it. But if you're just selling trendy products and you're kind of hoping that you're going to hop on the next trend and find the next winner and make a little bit of money off of it, that's not an asset that you can sell. If you want to go watch my video on these dropshipping stores are terrible, the video that I made recently, one of my most recent videos about the Shopify marketplace, I talk a lot about that and why it's so bad. And also this one product dropshipping website is terrible video. That one also, I go pretty in depth about that. So yeah, yeah. Hopefully that was a good answer to that. I kind of ranted a little bit. Let me see some questions. Sorry if you covered this. Do you also use affiliate links in your blog posts? Yeah, so I started off, I had kind of big aspirations for the website. I was like, oh, because I wasn't like, oh, this is the only way I know how to do it. I was like, let me try something a little bit different. I wanted to experiment a little bit. And I can't really draw conclusions right now because my posts are really starting to hit that upward curve in Google rankings. So it's not anywhere near me plateauing and my website being at a point where I'm like, okay, this is where I'm at. It's building up a lot right now. So I can't say yes or no, but I started off really trying to push e-commerce dropshipping products and selling them from my own website. The issue with that is that the conversion rates on that is so low that I'm really not seeing anything right now because my traffic has not peaked to a crazy good level yet. So really the conversions on that are pretty god awful. So primarily what I am doing is affiliate, and I see myself pushing more and more towards affiliate, and I can see why most other websites do this. It's just because the conversion rates off of it are so much higher than somebody going to your website and purchasing from that, when they could instead purchase it from another website that, you know, may have a little bit better branding, has better shipping, maybe a better price offered, and more trustworthiness there. So yeah, my website does have some dropshipping products on it, but it is mostly just affiliate products for websites like Amazon, and then another niche specific website that does have an affiliate program. Do I still recommend to send out products to your own home first? You don't have to do that, but if it's a cheap product and you're really promoting it in your articles, yeah, you can. That's really only when it's coming from AliExpress and you don't know what you're getting. But if you're doing an affiliate thing, right, where the product's being sold on Amazon and you're looking at the ratings and people are rating it well, then you don't have to. You have the social proof right there that it's good, and you're not dealing with the returns. If the product is garbage, Amazon's dealing with the returns. You just got the commission for pointing someone that way. It's a sweet deal, and that's also a reason why I really like that. So yeah. Let's see. I've seen some screenshots from Insta Insights showing very low amount of clicks to the website if you have a link in bio. Do you think Insta shopping and checkout will increase sales a lot? I don't know. I have to tell you, I do not know. Potentially, if they're making it more shopping friendly, that should result in higher conversions. I still don't know if it'll ever be insane, because, you know, it is Instagram. It's very low conversion rate. But who knows? I don't play around with it. I'm not going to touch it for at least a long time, if ever, again. I just don't like it. All these young rappers like Soulja and that Shrimp Kid ruined dropshipping. They didn't ruin it, but they definitely brought it into the limelight. Or what's the negative version of limelight? The lemon light? Yeah. Great advice. I gave up commerce over a year ago. Cool. What are you doing now? Hopefully that doesn't mean you just gave up everything. The garbage dropshipping model, yes, give that up. Entirely giving up online business, don't do that. I mean, if 3 different keywords per product category are enough for good SEO results. If 3 different keywords per product category are enough for good SEO results. So I think with asking that question, you don't have enough experience with SEO, because you're not really going to be writing a piece of content and you're like, okay, let me fit these 3 specific keywords in there so that I can get good search ranking for those keywords. You will have a general idea that you're writing about, and you may want to fit a specific phrase into your post a couple of times. However, you're not necessarily keyword loading it like what you're saying is right there. Because for one, that doesn't work. Google is a lot smarter than that. And 2, that's not how, once again, that's not how it works. Just because based off of, the keywords are present, it doesn't mean it's going to rank. Google looks at the entire context of the post and is like, okay, is this relevant to what I think, I as in the Google AI, what I think this post is about? If it is, then most likely your rankings are going to go up, and then if your click-through rate is good, you're going to move up even higher, and then that's how you get to the top right there. But yeah, don't be like, oh, I need to pick out 3 keywords and stuff them in here. That is keyword stuffing, and it doesn't work. Best and worst niches with reason. The best niches are huge niches, but aren't like general stores, right? I would say about 2 steps down from a general store, where it relates to a niche, but it's not too massive. Let me say right here, I'm going to give a big shout out to the guys over at Authority Hacker. These guys are phenomenal. I love consuming their content. They're basically doing everything that I'm doing. They're awesome, right? Their website is called healthambition.com. This website is based around health. Now, I wouldn't recommend you get into health, because Google recently, they had a Medic update, I think it was in December or November, where they absolutely nuked a crap ton of websites that are in the health niche, because they're trying to provide more accurate information when it comes to medical information. But that's beside the point. Their website is pretty general, but it is around the niche of health, right? So you can have a wide variety of different things in there. You could have dieting, exercising, just normal routines like sleep routines, whatever. There's so many different things under the general scope of health that they're able to put it on their website, so they're never running out of content. They have a massive variety of different posts that they can make, but it's still under the realm of health. And so there's some coherency to the brand, and there's a coherency to what they do. And then, yeah, you know what I mean right there. It just kind of makes sense. So choose something that's pretty broad, like health, and not too specific, because if, say, they were to do just like dieting, like weight loss, right? That's pretty good. That's still a pretty broad niche, but it does limit you, right? That you're kind of stuck to only that particular realm. So yeah, pick something that's big enough to allow you to have quite a bit of freedom to write about whatever you want, but don't limit yourself too much, and don't get too big. Any general SEO tips and tricks, maybe some secrets you can share with us? So there's no secrets to SEO. Here, let me give you like a 2 to 3 sentence breakdown. Okay, so, ew, God, my cat, I was in the shower before this, and my cat loves to drink the bath water, and she jumped in the shower, I guess, after I was done, and now my desk is entirely wet. You are disgusting. You are disgusting. Here's SEO. Okay, a lot of people view it as kind of this weird thing. They don't know how it works. Here's how it works. You write very helpful content. Okay, let me take a step back. Let's look at it from Google's eyes. Okay, Google is a company when it comes to their search engine, in where their main focus is they need to provide information to people that they're searching for, right? If someone searches for how do I run faster, right? They just type that into Google. How do I run faster? Google's main objective here is to show them content that is the most relevant and most helpful for that particular search query. So your goal as a marketer is to think about what people are looking for, okay? So how to run faster, and creating a piece of content that is more helpful and more informative and more trustworthy than every other piece of content on the internet, at least that's indexed by Google. Therefore, Google, hopefully, this is the theory, Google will see that your content is better through AI and through also user testing, seeing click-through rate and on-page time and stuff like that, and bounce rate, and moving you up through the search rankings if you do have the best piece of content. So that's basically it. It's thinking about what people are searching for and then creating a piece of content that is better than all the other content on there. And it doesn't necessarily mean creating a piece of content that is longer than everyone out there or that has more pictures. It's more just content based, okay? Word count definitely does come into play. You could have 2 equally helpful posts, but if one has 500 more words of helpfulness, then most likely Google will like that a little bit more because there's more information on there. But yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought right there. But you know, that's basically it. There's so many different aspects to SEO that you'll really get into when you study it and do a lot of research, either market research or research on just SEO concepts and ideas and terminology. But the general idea is you're just creating content that people are looking for, and it's better content than anything that exists. That's basically it. It's really not hard. It's time consuming. It's what's a good phrase to say? It's not easy, but it's simple once you know what to do. It's not easy, but it's simple because it is a lot of work and it is pretty difficult at times. But yeah. I'm new to this, but I'm very interested. Where should I start? This live stream, first of all, is great. And also, I'm going to keep pointing to these guys because they've put a lot more effort into their education business than I have. Authority Hacker, they do everything that I do, but they hire a lot of people to work on their websites, so they're able to spend a lot more time on their education business. I don't do that, at least not yet, so they're able to make a lot more content than I am. So if you're looking for other sources of information on top of me, check out Authority Hacker and really only look at them. Really, everything else is kind of filler. Can you mix it up and do affiliate on Shopify site? You can. I've seen that. You mean like combining dropshipping and affiliate? You can do that. But I can't recommend Shopify just because of the lack of customization. It's also kind of expensive. You have beautiful eyes, by the way. Thank you, Lucky Star. I appreciate that. Do you think it's possible to hire affiliates for my website with a good commission rate? Affiliates for my website. What do you mean by that? You mean writers? Hire affiliates for my website. Yeah, what do you mean by that, Mohammed? Since you don't recommend dropshipping for starting an e-commerce, what do you recommend to start with? Great question, Isaiah. I recommend starting an affiliate website. Basically, an affiliate website is creating a bunch of content around keywords that people are searching for, mostly product-related keywords, such as, let's go back to the running example, for example. like best running shoes, creating a piece of content based around a compilation of the 5 or 10 best running shoes, giving a detailed analysis of each one, and having a little link for each one where people can say, oh, okay, I might want to buy this. Let me read the review. Oh, that looks like a good shoe. Click, takes them to Amazon or whatever website has an affiliate program. They purchase it. Because they have an affiliate program, you get a little bit of kickback. That's the general idea behind it. The reason why this works so well in terms of money making is because a lot of the keywords that you are targeting are product based and show clear signs of purchasing intent. Like if someone's searching for the best running shoes, most likely they're in the market for some new running shoes. That's pretty general. Best running shoes is way too saturated of a keyword to focus on, but hopefully that made a little bit of sense. On top of that, and this is actually a lot more important than I had initially thought, is creating a lot of information-based content where you're not necessarily selling something directly. Like with a keyword like best running shoes, people are going to that because they want to find what the best running shoes are. But if you type in, if someone's searching like how to run faster, they're not looking necessarily to purchase something. But if you write a nice piece of content detailing how you would actually go about beginning to start running faster, and throughout intermittently you have links to like, oh, a shoe like this Adidas Ultra Boost would help your performance because it's a little more bouncy, it has more support, it generally helps people run further, blah blah blah, kind of fit those in organically right there. You will get conversions off of that too. And that's something that you kind of get a little bit better at as you go along because you have to organically fit it in. But I found that super duper fun. I love doing that. And additionally, on top of that, those information-based keywords will get you a lot of search traffic to your website. And what you can do is you can put ads on your website. And especially once you start hitting some really good traffic numbers, like let's say 100,000, what is it? 100,000 page views a month, you can get into the ad network AdThrive, and some people get a $20 to $25 CPM. I think average is about $12, which is still really good. Let's say a $12 CPM off of those ads. So for every 1,000 page views you're getting, you are getting $12. So 100,000, 12 times 100 is $1,200. So, you know, it's a pretty sweet deal, and you add all those things on top and you keep scaling up and you make a good amount of money. And the great thing is it lasts really forever as long as you're not writing just kind of garbage content that's only ranking because nobody else is writing the content. And if you're upkeeping your website, you're not letting it get outdated because Google will notice that and start pushing you down in the rankings. Yeah, and then you've got an asset. You can keep running that. You can keep making recurring revenue, or you can go ahead and sell that. If you have a website that's making you $1,000 every month and it's been doing it consistently for about 6 to 12 months, you could probably sell that website realistically for $30,000 to $35,000. But if you have a dropshipping website that's doing that and it's all based off of Facebook ads, it's not worth anything because the success of your website is based off of those Facebook ads that are absolutely going to die off soon, when with SEO, it's based off of Google, and with Google's algorithm, if you're writing the content that they want to see, you are going to stay in the search rankings for a very long time. You're going to reap the benefits, and if you keep putting in the effort and keep scaling up, you're going to see more and more benefits. It's absolutely fantastic. That's the general idea behind an affiliate website, and you can kind of shift that into an e-commerce website down the line once you see that, oh, there's a lot of people you know, I'm kind of being an affiliate for this one product immensely. Let me see how I can go about selling that. If you can actually drop ship the product, you might want to try experimenting with that. If you can go directly to the manufacturer and say, hey, I'm an affiliate for this product on Amazon. I sell a lot of it. Could I potentially buy in bulk from you and fulfill it myself? I mean, that's free business right there. So they'll probably be like, yeah, of course, here's buy 1,000 of them, and then you fulfill that yourself. Boom, you're starting to be you're starting to private label, you're starting to do a little bit of fulfillment. There's a lot of room for experimentation and growth in this model, and it's awesome. It's super exciting. There's so many different ways you can take it, but the big thing is that it lasts a long time. It's very consistent. And it's sweet. It's really sweet. I like it. So that's that. So instead of getting into the kind of the garbage, trendy product dropshipping thing that all these people are spouting, and honestly, it's kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid. I still see people popping up and they're like, oh, I dropship trendy products. The Gabriel St. Germain dude was saying that he dropships like black face masks. Dude, my roommate Brennan dropshipped black face masks like 3 years ago, and it died out like at least 3 years ago, and it hasn't been relevant since. They're a joke, and I don't get how people keep popping up and saying garbage like that. I don't know, but that's not how you're gonna make money. Running an affiliate website or a combination of affiliate and dropshipping in that aspect of traffic acquisition is going to be how you see the results right there. Yum, yum, yum. I love water. All right. I kind of missed off. Where I was at. Here we go. Can you elaborate on must-have? If you guys, thank you for all the messages. So I don't trust Gabriel St. Germain? No, of course not. Oh my God, no. Even if he did make the money, his results, if they are legitimate, I don't know, I haven't watched a lot of his stuff. Even if they are legitimate, they're not replicable by people. That's the big thing right there. It's incredibly luck-based. It's not skill. Very, very lucky. Let's see where we're at. Oh, okay. Can you elaborate on must-have new digital tools for starting, maintaining, and escalating your business in this industry? Not really new digital tools. Basically, I use WordPress as the CMS. And I have a few plugins on there like Elementor and Thrive to make it look good. And then I use tools like kwfinder.com and Ahrefs to do keyword research and excuse me, I'm burpy. Keyword research, niche research, and competition research, stuff like that. That's really it. You don't need an excess of tools to see a good amount of success. Am I SEO master? No, I am not. I will drink your bathwater too. Okay, you can. I'm not drinking it. Maybe you on affiliate market also? I am affiliate marketing, yes. If that was your question. What you value more in SEO? Link building or really good content? That's a really good question, actually. A beer. Great question. Honestly, if I'm being honest with you, it's about a 60-40 split. This is different people have different opinions, and it's kind of weird because there's not like a catch-all answer for this. But I would say there's about a 60-40 split. 60% content, 40% links. Now, here's the reason why I say this. First of all, content is more important because that's Google's main objective, right? They look at the content, they see that it's good, and they'll put it in front of people because it is really good content. But you need links in order to show that, hey, my website isn't just one of these 10,000 spam websites that comes up every day and, you know, spins content or makes really, really low quality content. My website is trusted by these other big websites, and this is why you should rank me. This is why you should put me above all these other pieces of garbage. Now, there are these people, and they have seen success, and I do like what they're doing, and I do respect them, but I don't agree with them in some aspects. The guys over at Income School, and they have seen some great success with some of their websites, but some of their newer websites are pretty garbage. And they don't link build at all. They do zero link building, no outreach. They don't focus on getting backlinks. And the thing is, and they also don't use keyword research tools, which means that they don't know if their keywords are getting search volume. And their websites are honestly pretty garbage. I have looked at, I think they had like 3 or 4 new ones. None of them impressed me. that was kind of a side tangent right there. That wasn't too relevant to the question, but yeah, it's about a 60-40 split. You definitely do want to focus massively on writing the best content possible that you can, but you do not want to, you don't want to ignore link building. You don't want to do that at all. Just, it's been proven. Oh, here's my point for it. PBNs have been used for a very long time, and they're still absolutely rampant today. People wouldn't put in the thousands of hours worth of effort to research and build and maintain private blog networks if links did not mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying, oh, go and make a PBN. PBNs are one of the stupidest things that you can do because you're going to get destroyed by Google eventually. But it does show that, yeah, links do really, really help out. So yeah, 60-40 split, kind of a long answer to a short question, but really good question. Thank you. Did you say you don't recommend Shopify? I don't. I prefer WordPress, and if you do want to drop ship on it, use Ali Dropship and WooCommerce. Do you blog from your website or from other blog site? Well, are you talking about zach-inman.com? That's not part of it. I have another website entirely, and it's its own separate little website, and it's basically a blog. It's a blog website. What's the best way to search for a profitable niche? Go on to Amazon and look at the product categories. There's like 6 good ones in there, like 6 main categories. Just pick one of those. That's what I tell people. Because it doesn't matter if a niche is like way oversaturated, because the niche I'm in, and basically, I mean, if you're picking a pretty broad niche, there's going to be oodles of competition, right? Oodles of it. But if you're finding the keywords that do have good search volume, but nobody's really writing for them, and if you do write better content than most other people, you can absolutely succeed in those spaces. So yeah, I mean, every niche can be profitable. Just don't go too specific. That's a problem I see with people like Income School, and even Authority Hacker was kind of getting a little too specific with their websites, and where it just limits the content you can make and kind of digs you into a hole right there. Do you think dropshipping will be oversaturated in 2019 to 2020? Dropshipping, in the sense of running Facebook ads to trendy products, has been oversaturated for at least 3 years. So yes. But using dropshipping as a fulfillment method for proper marketing through SEO, no. I mean, it's just a product fulfillment method. That's really not gonna change as long as your content's good. For beginning a marketing agency, do you recommend to rank it locally, like digital marketing in the name of the city we're in? Where can we start to rank a website for an agency? That's a good question, and it kind of depends on what you want to do. I would actually recommend starting local, and there's 2 main reasons for this. One is that when you're trying to rank a digital marketing agency just worldwide, there's a lot of competition right there. It's going to be very, very difficult to just kind of break through and get into it. But additionally, when you start locally, you can really get that personal touch that's necessary to succeed, right? When you have a local business that you can interact with store owners or website owners one-on-one and really talk to them about their goals and talk to them about what you can offer them, that's going to really up your conversion rate, and it's going to bring you quite a bit of success. And really from there, you've got a pretty big market, or quite a big basket of clientele that you can pick from, like local businesses that you can approach and be like, hey, I see this and this and this. Let's go about fixing that. And then once you have established yourself in this space, you could think about branching out into like close areas, or you could just branch out entirely. But I do think starting locally could be pretty good. But I gotta tell you, I don't have an SEO agency. I just practice it on my own. So I can't really tell you everything that you need to do, but that would be my take on it. That's how I would approach this, is starting more local and then branching out from there. What is the average cost per purchase percent of sale? What do you mean? Like how much money do I make per affiliate commission? Amazon's affiliate commissions are honestly pretty garbage. They're between 1 and like 10%. So in that range. And then if the products I'm selling are like $20 to $30, then I'm making like $1 to $2 per purchase. But the thing with that is that the conversion rates are pretty damn good. So that kind of makes up for it right there. So yeah, it's pretty low, but you're really going for volume with this. Zach, when the next vid dropping? Not for a little while. Like I said, I'm really just focused on my website. YouTube is just kind of a fun little thing for me. I'm not trying to make my living off of it like frauds are. You know who I'm talking about. But yeah, it's I just spilled water on myself. I don't know. I gotta think of a good topic too. That's kind of the thing. I've had a little writer's block for videos, but I also haven't thought too much about it. So we'll have to see. All right. I mean, can I launch an affiliate program and affiliates like Instagram influencers would sign up for it and promote my products and whatever? Oh, I see what you mean. I mean, you could do that. It doesn't really work unless you're a big website. I see a lot of these small guys try and do that, and it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, I would just tell you straight up, my advice, don't waste your time on making an affiliate program for your website until you have a pretty established user base. Hey Zach, any thoughts about Ali Dropship? I use it for my dropshipping products on my website. It's good. If that's what you want to do, it's the best that you can get. Do you recommend ClickBank for affiliate marketing? Yeah, so I haven't actually been an affiliate for any ClickBank offers, but it is pretty good, especially if you're doing volume with your affiliate commissions. ClickBank is pretty damn good, so yeah, I would use it. Agree these dropshipping stores at Exchange Marketplace are trash based on Facebook ads only and no organic traffic at all, which leads to dead store without paid traffic. Cool. Hey Zach, I was just thinking of you today. Glad to see you. Yumi Beauty, glad to see you too. Glad you were thinking of me. What you value more in SEO, links or content? Oh, you already asked me that. Gotcha. What platform do you use to get an affiliate website up? WordPress. When I'm so behind in answering questions, I look like an asshole answering them because I already answer things and I go through and I'm like, oh, they asked again before I answered it. So yeah, WordPress is what I use. So you do not do dropshipping anymore, just affiliate marketing. I primarily do affiliate marketing, but I do a little bit of dropshipping. Yeah, that's the way it is. I'm really trying to work dropshipping into this. It's like my fun little experiment. But the results right now, I can't necessarily say too much because there's not enough data that's been collected. Am I still doing dropshipping courses? Yeah, I mean, my course is still available, and actually I do want to update it. I want to make it more succinct and I want to make it more straightforward. And I actually really want to do that soon because I just keep thinking about it. But yeah, I do still have it available. I revamped it back in October, and it's a hell of a lot better than my first rendition. I tell you what, I really, really like it. What do you think about outsourcing copywriting? Do you think it's worth letting someone more skilled than yourself write content for your blog/products? Great question. Love this question. Here's the thing. So initially when I got into this website, I thought that I was going to write about 20 to 30 pieces of content and then just outsource the rest of it. Be like, okay, I'm done. Base all your stuff off of this and get going. But the thing is, personal preference, I didn't want to do that. I wanted the control of my content. I wanted to experiment. Here's the thing. When you outsource your writing, you're kind of just like throwing it out there, right? it's sorry, this is a tough question to answer because there's a lot of different variables right here. I personally would not be in a rush to outsource your content creation. Let's put it that way, because when you're writing your own content, let's think of the advantages here. Well, you're a lot more involved in your website. You're directly influencing the content that makes it onto your website. You can experiment with different ways of writing. You can say, oh, okay, I want to write a little bit more for this one. I want to write a little bit less for this one. I want to be more specific in my terminology. I want to be less specific in my terminology. It does give you a lot more freedom. And if I were to have, after my initial 20 or 30 articles, handed it off to somebody to write them, I don't think I would be happy with the content that came onto my website. Now, obviously, this depends on the person that I hired, but during that time, after those initial 20 to 30 articles, I did do a lot of experimentation with the posts that I was making. And I tried a lot of different things out, and I tweaked some things. I went back to other articles and was like, oh, okay, I wanted to do this instead of this. Gave me a lot of freedom to do that. However, the reason why I was able to do that is because during this time, I did have a lot of free time. Ooh, that's a bad voice crack right there. I had a lot of free time, so I could afford to do that. Now, if you're working a 9-to-5 job, obviously you're not going to have a lot of free time to sit down and write a 3,000-page blog post, in which case, yeah, you might want to outsource content creation. Now, at this point, I wouldn't say just go out there and like hire random people per article. I would say you'd want to bring one individual person on as your content writer and then work with them as they create your content. So it's basically, you still have direct control of the content and you can evolve it over time, but you're not the actual one spending the time to write it. So I'm trying to write content just by myself as long as I possibly can, and then hiring. But if you do hire somebody, I would recommend that you bring on only one person or two people and work super, super closely with them as they write the content. Another question, do you go for a lot of articles targeting small keywords or larger keywords with mega content? I've done both, and in my experience, the second approach works much better. Hey, you're asking fantastic questions. I love this. Thank you. I love to talk about this more specific stuff. So he's asking, should I write smaller articles for smaller keywords or bigger articles for bigger keywords? And yes, the answer would be write bigger articles for bigger keywords. Now, this wasn't always the answer. Back in the day, not even that far back, I'd say like between 5 and 10 years ago, this was absolutely rampant. When Google's AI and its algorithm wasn't as complex, you would focus the more specific keywords and try and rank for only those, because Google would see, oh, this is the only person writing about this very specific subsection of this bigger thing. Let's go ahead and rank that in there. That worked great, but now Google doesn't really want that. That can kind of fall under thin content, and it still can work depending on the scenario, but most of the time when you're writing a massive piece of content based around a big keyword, and then you have a lot of long tail phrases and keywords within that post, and some of them relate to those smaller keywords that you would write those smaller articles about, then that's when you're really going to see some good results, because that page that you're writing is really going to look good in Google's eyes, right? If you're creating a massive piece of content with a ton of information, very, very trustworthy too, Google's going to be like, oh, wow, this is awesome. We're going to go ahead and rank this for all those smaller specific things in there, because they do contain information about that. Even if there's another post about one of those smaller specific things out there that may be even a little bit longer, the entire page that is based on that particular content is a lot more informative. So Google would be like, oh, okay, this is probably the better piece of content out of the two. Let's try this out. And obviously, search rankings are largely dependent off of users' actions and how they react to the page, how long they stay on it. So if people do go to your page and they do find that information and they do find it helpful, and they find your content satisfactory, then Google will put you at the top. But You can go about this poorly. You can just not cover those smaller keywords, in which case the people that write just about those smaller ones will rank above you for those. So it really is a case-by-case basis, but generally speaking, 9 times out of 10, if you're ever asking yourself, should I split this into smaller articles? The answer is no. Write just one big overarching guide among those. Split it up nicely between those subsections and talk about them and relate them between each other, and you'll see better results that way. How much is it going to cost you to hire somebody to do your SEO for you? Where's that question? So, do you mean hire somebody to write my content for me? I assume that's what you mean. If I were to hire somebody to write my content for me, I don't know. So here's the thing, and this is why I'm kind of excited, and I want to do this so I can kind of make a video or two about it, is that, like I said, I'm in college right now. I'm finishing up my junior year, so I got one more year left. What I want to do, and I'm probably going to do this after the summer's over, is I want to hire somebody from the school and pay them to write the content for me. Preferably somebody that's like an English or writing major or whatever. And as far as pay go, I'm still trying to work that. Pay goes, I'm trying to work that out. I don't know if I want to do a flat, like, hey, I'll pay you $2,000 a month. Can you, as long as you write like 10 articles a month, then we're golden. That's expensive. I wouldn't do that. I don't know. Let me take a step back. I would say for about a 2,000 word post, probably would pay somebody about $60 to $80 for that. Let me do a little bit of math right here. Sorry. Let's say we have a 2,000 word article. Oops. 2,000 word article, and we're paying about what, 3 cents a word? Yeah, that's 60 bucks. Yeah, about $60 to $80. And then 60 bucks, let's say 80 pieces of content. Yeah, if I were to hire somebody to write all the content on my website, it would probably only be about $8,000, which isn't that bad actually. But you got to factor in also the control that you have over writing does hold a lot of value to it too. But yeah, about 60 to 80 bucks for a 2,000 word post. That's mildly technical. Dropshipping is just a method of order fulfillment. It in itself cannot be oversaturated. It will never go away. Yep, exactly. Frauds try to make their living off their course. I get bombarded by their ads every single day. If they're running an ad for their goddamn course, pardon my language, but don't listen to that. It's garbage. They're desperate. They're dead. That's the thing. I have my course to where I make this free content. If people like what I'm saying, they can buy the course. I'm not going to push people to do it. That's stupid. But these people, when they're running ads for their course, it's very clear that they are desperate to get your money because that's the only way that they're making money. Stupid. Any tips on getting started as a newbie affiliate? Hey, Brett. Oh, wait, hold on. I skipped a question. For the agency example, if I offer services like web pages and mobile app development, should I create a blog to rank keywords locally, like posting tips and good content for business owners? I don't blog post locally. See, the thing with that is that I don't think people are going to be searching for things that would actually be worth writing a blog post about locally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can create a post based around how to create a website for a restaurant, but and that would do well. But if you create a post about how to how to create a website for a restaurant in, let's say, Houston, nobody's searching for that. So in terms of blog posts ranking locally, I don't think that would work. You could do that general blog post thing and get some clout that way. But really the local ranking that you're going to get is for your actual agency. Does that make sense? Any tips on getting started as a newbie affiliate? Hey Brent, if you just hopped into the live stream, actually I said some good stuff. It's only an hour long. You don't have to skim through too much stuff. I said some good stuff earlier. If you didn't hear that, if you did hear it, Additional tips, I would say my biggest thing is look at other websites that are in your niche and doing the exact same thing as you. See what they're doing and think about how you can make your website at least 50% better than theirs. Do a crap ton of market research. That's my number one example, because they did a lot of the hard work for you. They found out, what's starting to work, general things. But now all you have to do is look at what they're doing and optimize it and take it to the next level. The best place to learn about affiliate marketing, this live stream. I would say I give these guys so much clout. They need to give me an affiliate code or something. Authority Hacker. Those guys, fantastic. They do great work. They're really, really smart. They basically do exactly what I do. Yeah, it's Authority Hacker. Check them out. Look at what they do. They got podcasts. They got blog posts. You can check out their website, Health Ambition, for an example of what they do. Really good. Thanks for not using a fake green screen living room background. You're welcome. You like this? It's kind of homey. It feels like it could be the backdrop of like a lo-fi hip-hop live stream. My cat like silently breathing on the bed. Honestly, that's what I want to be doing right now. Is there any advertising platform that lets us pay per conversion? Google Display Ads lets you do this, but it requires 100 conversions in the last 30 days. Yeah, I was going to say Google, but pay per conversion, I'm not really sure, just because I don't do a lot of paid advertising. So I'm not your guy to come to about that. I am sorry. What's a good percentage of sales for ad costs? Like 20% for drop shipping? I guess that would be good, but I can't recommend running advertisements for trying to make sales on drop shipping. Oh, also Isaiah, thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Didn't have to do that. I'm still hella curious about what niche you were in when drop shipping. Oh, you weren't in the live stream when I told you. I sold Zodiac stuff. Zodiac. Can you believe that? Garbage. I couldn't make blog posts about it. And so when my ads died, I was like, well, I've got a useless asset right now. So I just got rid of the website. There it is right there, right? This website made me quite a few $1,000s over the course of a while. But the Facebook ads died off. Couldn't make SEO content about it. The website was useless. I couldn't sell it. Garbage. Okay? So, yeah, that's what I was in. Pretty bad. 1K to 1.5K a month for full SEO. I mean, that's how much you would be spending. 1K to 1.5K a month. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's worth it. If you're making good content, it is very, very worth it. How old are you? I just celebrated my 21st birthday last weekend. So I can drink legally. It's the first time I ever drank alcohol. It was on my 21st birthday. If any feds are watching this. Another question. I only write a lot on keywords with purchase intention, or helping with all relevant info may or may not be directly linked to money. Fantastic question. Have a very healthy mix of both. I think I have a 50-50 split between purchase intention keywords and info-based keywords. Both of them, I do try and convert people into affiliate sales, but obviously my purchase-driven posts are a lot more product-based, while my info posts are a lot more just advice-based with some organic product pitching going in right there. Not pitching, but like recommendations going in. So yeah, I do a pretty even 50-50 split. Any niche recommendations? Niche recommendations, hop on Amazon. I just said this earlier, so yeah, I would definitely recommend you watch this live stream if you missed out on the better part of the first part of it. Hop on Amazon and just look at the product categories. That's basically it. Find something that's very broad, not too broad to where it doesn't really make sense, but not too specific to where you're limiting yourself. Find yourself in that sweet spot right there. And the best place to learn SEO, since I'm a developer, not a marketer, and do you recommend White Hat SEO or Black Hat, like by No. Since I'm a developer, not a marketer. Best place to learn SEO. If you want to understand how SEO works, check out Brian Dean's website, Backlinko. Also check out Neil Patel. Both of them give a lot of good information about SEO, how it works, what Google looks for, stuff like that. If you're looking for how to build an affiliate website, check out the guys over at Authority Hacker. And I would absolutely 100% say never even touch Black Hat SEO with a 10-foot pole ever. There are so many horror stories of people using PBNs and shady tactics and then getting nuked by Google and their entire business going to zero overnight. Don't touch Black Hat SEO. Only do White Hat. Never do anything particularly sketchy because the potential for it to catch up to you is so scary. It's not worth it. Absolutely don't do it. Just rank it slowly, deal with the slower growth, and then your website will not get nuked on you. I'm starting that niche selling Zodiac stuff right now, but I do my own sublimation. Okay. I mean, if you have like a unique spin on it and you're able to market it in a good way, then that could potentially work. Good luck. We'll see how that goes. I mean, people are insane for Zodiac stuff. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday. Thank you, Birdie B and Lucky Star. Very nice. A good friend of mine just did 70K a month in Zodiac with print on demand. I actually thought about doing some IG promos with some stuff on Alley a good while ago. Yeah, the IG promos with that don't work. But print on, I was about to get into print on demand, and I was like, it's a little too much effort. Maybe I should have done that. Damn, 70K a month, that's insane. Pinterest or Instagram ads for dropshipping? Don't do either. Don't run ads. They're garbage. If you're talking about retargeting, Facebook, which would then go hand in hand with Instagram for retargeting. But can my cat get any uglier? That's my sister, and she hates cats, but it's not ugly. Look at that. Hold on, let me zoom in. Ugh. I don't want to screw up my framing. That is adorable. Where is she? Oh, yeah, she's cute. She can't get any uglier because she's not ugly to begin with. Great questions, though. Great live stream. I actually kind of regret it because I was supposed to be doing link building, but hey, I'm a little too busy answering some questions. Yeah, I was thinking so. I did my research about SEO, and I found Black Hat SEO courses that they buy backlinks for medium or big pages and rank it first in 1 month or 2. And it sucks because there's actually a website in my niche who came up, I think it was in November, so after my website had already started. They came out of nowhere, right? That's when they first made their website. If you know anything about SEO, you know what domain authority is. It's a logarithmic scale from 0 to 100 that ranks how good a website's backlink profile is. I'll give you a little bit of an example. My website right now has a 6 DR. Okay, I haven't been doing a lot of link building. It's not that great, but I got a 6 right now. This website that started a month and a half after mine has a 70... Hold on. I want to look it up right now because it's insane. What's their DR? Their Ahrefs DR is... Oh, I got to sign in. Give me 1 second. 63. A 63 DR. And they're all purchased links. And this website was able to shoot up from 0 traffic in November to 44,000 visits in the month of January. It is garbage. They have purchased all of their links, and I am just waiting. I am waiting for Google to nuke them because they are straight up just purchasing links, but it's working for them right now. Now, they did experience a huge traffic drop in February by 50%, so I'm really hoping that they just get nuked even more. But man, it works. it works. The thing is it won't work forever. So it sucks. It sucks big time. But yeah, don't do any black hat. It works, but it gets nuked. How'd you go about link building? Just PM some big sites in your niche and give them something in return? So in my course, I talk about Skyscraper, and this is kind of a reason why I wanted to change my course, is because my link building strategy changed. Skyscraper does work, and that is basically where you create a piece of content and then you reach out to websites and try and have them link to this piece of content, because you say, hey, this is a really good piece of content. Your viewers would definitely benefit from seeing this piece of content. And then they link to it in theory. Thing with that is that people don't really do that. They're not really inclined to. They don't care. So it doesn't convert that well. But what I do is just guest posting, right? You reach out to websites. It doesn't even have to be in your niche. Any website, as long as they're pretty big, they get a good amount of traffic, and they have a pretty good DR. I would say like 25 plus in terms of DR. You reach out to them and you say, hey, I love your website. It's fantastic. I'm writing you because I would like to create a piece of content for your website as a guest author. I have a couple of ideas for posts that I could write for your website, and these posts would basically combine your niche and the niche of the website that you're reaching out to. So it's like you're combining your area of expertise with their website's content. So it makes sense that you would be posting this piece of content on their website. It's really coherent. Most people, so some people are bastards. Some people go against, bless you. Bless you. What was I saying? Some people go against Google and they sell backlinks. This is very, very against Google. And I'm a snitch. I report people that sell backlinks. But some people will be like, oh, that's going to be a sponsored post. That's $100 for a do follow link. And I'm like, screw you, bastard. But some people see the value in it. They're like, oh, free content? That's awesome. I want that. So then you write a piece of content for their website. It gets posted on their website. You put a little links in there. You maybe have a link to your website in the author bio, or if you have a link to a relevant article within the post, links back to you. That's how you get a backlink right there. That's what I've been doing. It has the best conversion rate. It's pretty damn easy to do. And yeah, it's white hat. Now, I don't know how white hat it is. But it's not black hat. It's not even gray hat. Yeah, it's white hat. I mean, you're creating content for other people. That's what I do, guest posting. How do you get your motivation back when you have given up on e-commerce? Basically, how do you get your motivation back when you have given up on e-commerce? Well, did you give up on e-commerce in the sense that you don't want to run Facebook ads to trendy dropshipping products anymore? In that case, give that up. That's a load of garbage. But you have not built a website, and that is what I would recommend that you do. It's very, very fun and very, very rewarding. I'm gonna pull up my data right now, actually, because I want to read this to you. Pull up Webmasters. Okay. Oh no, I think I need analytics. Yeah, I do. Shit. Okay. Bear with me, because I want to read this data. The thing with a website is that you can see its growth over time, and it is incredibly motivating, and it's something that really pushes you to keep going and to keep creating content and to keep doing link building and to really just build it up. Do I mean website is something different than a Shopify domain? Yes, I mean an asset, a website that has a lot of different blog posts on it. It's got different pages. It's really well laid out. Very, very nice. Something other than something just built on the Shopify platform. So let me go ahead, go into Search Console, landing pages. So for an example, here is I'm not going to show it because I don't want to reveal myself, but here is an example of my website's growth. And it's really, really motivating to see this. Wow, that's massive. Okay, so if I'm looking at impressions, so an impression is basically every time that someone sees your post in Google searches, right? So if someone searches for how to run faster, and I wrote a post about how to run faster, and someone scrolls and it shows up on their screen, that's an impression, right? So if we're looking at impressions, from October 1st to 31st, I had 156 impressions. In November, I had 439 impressions. In December, I had 2,810. January, I had 9,216. February, I almost tripled to 25,089. And February is a short month too. March, we're like 2/3 of the way through March, and I've already doubled my February impressions, and I'm up to 53,000 impressions in the month of March alone. If we go to clicks, it's even more drastic. I had 7 clicks in October, 12 clicks in November, 23 in December, 53 in January, 143 in February, and I'm already up to 453 clicks in March, and it's only March 21st. That shows my content is really starting to rank a lot higher in Google. And if we look at average impression too, I mean, December, my average position of my posts, which is where they are in the search engine results, average position was 65. So that means my average search engine result was position 65. Now in March, it's went down to 35. And that doesn't mean all my posts are ranked number 35. I have a lot of them that are ranked number 1 through 10. And that gets me a lot of my traffic, but it's basically doubled in its positions moving up. So you see the results building on this website, and you're not scared that it's going to die. You're just saying, oh my God, it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger as long as I keep putting in the effort and putting in content and link building. And that's what's motivating. That's what makes me want to keep doing this. And also seeing the affiliate commission roll in is very, very motivating too. It's awesome. So that's what motivates me. It could potentially motivate you too if you do want to get into running a more affiliate website other than just kind of doing the garbage dropshipping. Oh, that's good. Woohoo! Wow. Okay. As we said this, I just got a commission for a product. I can't say what it is because it's incriminating, but this product is $163, and I just got a commission for it. And that's a pretty beefy commission. Now it's not insane. It's not like I just made $163, but you know, looking at that, I probably made like $15 off of that one commission, and I literally just got that one right now. So that's pretty sweet. $15 off of one order just by pointing somebody to Amazon. There we go. And that's, can't get much more motivating than that. And that post is actually just starting to rank pretty well. It's getting actually a really high click-through rate. At 1% right now. It's probably at 2% for the past 30 days. So that's all looking good. Very excited about that. But yeah, that's my motivation. So let's see what I missed. Off topic, but huge thanks to you. You inspired me to do branded e-commerce instead of drop shipping. Now I'm making 15K revenue every month without any ad spend. Justin Bush, how you doing that? That's really good. If you're not lying to me, that is insanely good. What are you doing? You don't have to be specific because I don't want you to incriminate yourself, but man, if you are doing 15K a month, that's insane. Now this is revenue, not profit, so I'm curious to know your revenue too. Just wanted to say thanks. I'm starting my Shopify store in a matter of weeks, all from your help. Buying product in bulk, getting it direct to ship to me, took your advice. Whipped Green Girl Angie, sweet. I'm excited to see how that turns out. Hopefully you have a good traffic source in play to make sure that you can actually move that product. But yeah, good job starting. Absolute Deception. Hey Brian, nice to see you again. It's been a little while, hasn't it? So you set up a website with content and do your affiliate marketing with different but complementary products in a niche. Yes. Yeah, so so you guys are at a computer, right? Anyone at a computer, let's do a little group building exercise, okay? So I don't want to show my screen in case something pops up. I'm super scared of doing this stuff live because I don't want like an email from my website to pop up and then people see the domain and then just destroy me. So if you are at your computer, Birdie B, let's go ahead and look at an example of basically what I do. Let's look at the website healthambition.com. Once again, healthambition.com. So this is the website built out by Authority Hacker. Really, really good website. Right now, I think it's making about $8 grand a month. It was making, I think, 40 grand a month. It did get hit by the Google Medic update, which nuked it. It's not even getting half of its original traffic right now. So it did get kind of smacked, but pretty damn good website nonetheless, and 8K a month is nothing to scoff at. So once again, healthambition.com. See if you're all on it. Basically, this is the type of website that I do. Now, I will say that Authority Hacker is kind of lazy with their site design, and while this website does not look bad by any means, it's certainly not insanely good. So I would say that my website does look a lot better than this. But, you know, it is still pretty good. Basically, on this website, they've got quite a few different types of content, but the two main ones are info-based content and product-based content. So if you are with me on their website, if you scroll down, and I'll describe this too so you don't have to go onto the website to understand what I'm talking about. If you scroll down, under their some of our most popular content section, you will see these are all info posts, right? They made posts about 12 things that will happen if you drink apple cider vinegar daily, 7 negative effects of coffee and the healthy drink you should replace it with, the top 8 health benefits of peanut butter, Scarlett Johansson's apple cider vinegar face wash, you know, just kind of info-based content. In these, they provide a lot of information about that topic, but they also have some links to Amazon products in there. Because this is a post talking about apple cider vinegar, they have links to blah 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 apple cider vinegar on Amazon, and they get a kickback whenever somebody orders from that. That's pretty sweet. They also have they have like different versions of apple cider vinegar too. They've got a link to a fiber thing. They have links to other posts on their website too. And yeah, that's pretty sweet. On top of that, they've also got some product posts, which are like this one. If you scroll all the way down the bottom right, the best walking sandals for men and women in 2019. This post, instead of giving a ton of information about, you know, like with that apple cider vinegar, information about apple cider vinegar or information about sandals for men, they list out their 5 top picks for, you know, hiking sandals for men, and they give kind of analysis on what makes them so good, and for each of them they have a link to Amazon to where people can purchase it. So it's a pretty sweet deal. And that's basically what my website is. It's a very healthy mix of info content and purchase intent content, and of course, with both of those posts, I do have links to the products fit in there very organically and not at all sales pitchy, like I'm trying to make money. I'm just like, hey, this is the best iteration of this. Let's see. Do you have any good versus bad website for SEO like you did for dropshipping? Ooh, Brent Robinson. That's a really good idea, actually. Let me. So I don't have a video on it, but I'm going to make one. My next video that I make will be about that topic, because that is actually a really, really good video that could be really beneficial and also quite entertaining to watch. So thank you, Brent, for that idea. I really do appreciate that. Can I suggest a good website provider? Yeah, well, do you mean like WordPress? Is that what you mean? Because WordPress, basically. Yeah, that's what basically every website is built on. Thanks, Zach. One last question. What do you use for your blogs? WordPress, any CMS, or you hired somebody to do your own CMS? No, WordPress. Absolutely 100%. Can't recommend it enough. And what hosting can you recommend that makes SEO easily? Well, hosting doesn't do SEO. That just makes your website live. I use Bluehost to host. I use the Yoast SEO plugin, but that doesn't like make SEO good. It just kind of gives an analysis to make sure that you're doing enough in terms of SEO and readability. But yeah, you don't depend on plugins to make sure your SEO is good. You really just make sure that your content is written about a good keyword and is very in-depth, and then you actually look at your analytics and you see the results of the fruits of your labor, and you kind of build off of that. If you see one type of post is performing really well, you write more of those, stuff like that. Might be a dumb question, but how do you find these affiliate sites to check out? That's not a dumb question at all. Basically what I would do is I would find people that have written for keywords that I was going to write about. So if we go back to Health Ambition and we look at their keyword, best walking sandals for men and women in 2019. Well, if I was about to write that post, I would want to see what the competition is before I write that. So if I were to go into Google, and if you want to do this with me, you could, that would be pretty sweet. Let me search it. Best walking sandals. If we search best walking sandals and we go down, we can see what websites are ranking for best walking sandals. So, and if a website has written about best walking sandals, there's a good chance they're going to be in a similar niche to Health Ambition. So if we scroll down, there's Expert World Travel made one, Travel and Leisure made one, Travel Fashion Girl, Very Well Fit, bestwalkingshoereviews.com, that's a garbage domain. Health.com made one. Vionic shoes. Basically, you just search for the keywords that you're writing about, and chances are there's going to be a website that already wrote about that keyword, and chances are if a website wrote about that keyword, they're going to be in your niche. That's how I found basically all of my competitors. Branding my Shopify store through Instagram, fashion and jewelry niche. Wow. That is really, really hard to do, Justin. Very good job doing that. Damn, that's crazy. Hey, Zach, first off, thank you for all your work. Helps a lot. I was wondering, how do you think Facebook ads would work on products you cannot see, such as fragrances, for example? Ooh, I wouldn't do fragrances. That's tough because people either need to smell it or they need to have other people that have smelled it to refer them to it. That's how I've bought my colognes, is people are like, oh, this is the best one. I'm like, okay, I'll listen to them. But if it's an unknown fragrance that nobody's reviewed or anything, I wouldn't do that. How do I increase click-through rate for Facebook ads? Just changing creative and copy. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you're using them for retargeting and not just cold traffic advertising. But yeah, just changing copy, changing creative, because nothing's like guaranteed. It depends on the ad, what you're trying to accomplish, your audience, all that stuff. So it's going to vary greatly, but yeah, get creative. What's the normal click-through rate for dropshipping? I don't know. It's been a while. Feedback on your stream. How would you deal with tech or electronics? So I wouldn't sell it. I would never dropship tech or electronics. But if I were doing an affiliate... So the thing with tech and electronics, there's two reasons why it's a garbage niche for an affiliate website. One is that the affiliate commission for those products is insanely low. I think on Amazon for tech, it's a 1 to 2%. I think it's 1%. Commission rate. So if you refer somebody for a $100 electronic device, you'll only make $1 commission, and the conversion rate off of those is pretty low. Additionally, with tech, There are so many tech websites that make content about the newest, hottest tech that you have no chance at standing up to them, and they are just content farms. And with tech, they become so outdated so quickly, the posts that you create aren't going to be evergreen. You're going to have to replace them all the time. So it's a garbage niche to get into. Just don't even think about it. What's Brennan up to? Brennan's actually at Disney right now, but he's doing the exact same thing I am. He's building out his website. His website's basically in the same place that mine is too. We started right around the same time, which is kind of funny because we're seeing the similar results, and you know, it shows that it works. So that's pretty great that we're doing the same thing too, to like kind of check each other, make sure we're not just getting lucky. But no, his website's doing about as well as mine is. Are there any restrictions on WooCommerce product listing? Like, can you sell, for example, generic medicine? Well, I don't think WooCommerce doesn't really have any terms against that. I don't think. You can sell generic medicine. I don't know who's going to buy it. I don't know how you're going to advertise it. It's going to be really hard to rank in SEO. I mean, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your business is, but I don't think there's any restrictions. Yeah, get out of tech ASAP. Terrible. Don't do it. I'm trying to save you your time. Ooh. I have sent 0 email outreaches during this time. Thank you for distracting me. Good questions, though. Fantastic questions. I would not be distracted this much if the questions were garbage, so you guys are doing a great job. Now there's kind of a lull in the questions. I worked through them too fast. I'm too good at my job. Maybe I can finally start sending some outreach emails. I got a job offer from Target. That's good. If everything fails, I can work for them. But yeah, if you do want an example of a good website in terms of like choosing what content to write and actually writing the content, healthambition.com. Check it out. Pretty damn good. Whew. If you've got any more questions, ask them up. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Or you can sit and watch me silently email people to try and get links on their website. That's horrific. Can you repurpose... God, this lady keeps spamming me. The thing with running a business YouTube account is you get spammed out the wazoo from people trying to milk you for stuff. Lucky Star, you have a great weekend yourself. Thanks for stopping by. I want to try POD, and the suggested method I saw online was to try Etsy first and then scale up to Shopify. Etsy? Ugh. I don't know. I can't answer that because I haven't messed around with print on demand really ever, so I'm not the right guy to come to about this. Maybe. I mean, test it. It really wouldn't hurt to test it, but I honestly have no idea. I wish I did. Yo, Zach, what do I think about email marketing? I think it's pretty damn essential. You don't need to worry about it right at the beginning of your website, but really once you start getting consistent traffic, you should start collecting emails and putting them through a funnel to milk a little bit more money out of them. It's how you keep consistent contact with your customers. So what are your thoughts on flat Earth? Very good. You know, Tony Ferguson, I'm glad somebody finally asked, because I think flat Earth is insanely stupid. It's honestly one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. Almost as dumb as round Earth. Everyone knows that the Earth is shaped. Oh, here. The Earth is basically like this, right? I'm actually pretty sure this is how Glade got their idea. So basically, the Earth is kind of a shell, maybe an egg, even, just like this, and we are right on the inside. This is us, this little brown mass right here. When it turns nighttime, the sun's right there. How does it get dark when the sun's right there? Well, the eggshell slowly closes, or pear-shaped, and it blocks out the sun, and then that's nighttime. 8 hours later, it opens back up, and just like that. Now, the difference between this Glade and the Earth is that we smell like garbage, and this smells like cinnamon. But it's basically the same thing. So yeah, next time somebody tells you that the flat Earth is the right way, laugh at them and take them to a Walmart and take them to the air freshener aisle and say, there's your answer, and there you go. I'm glad I could finally have a platform to speak about this. Oh, you may not know it, but that's actually exactly the flat Earth theory. Is that actually that we're in a little shell? Six Shop, have fun studying. Very fun studying. Hello from Brazil, True Channel. Hello, Vinicius. Vinicius. Hope that's how you say it. Hello from America. You're also a True Channel. Did you take a look at my store? I'm not doing store reviews right now. I don't know if I'll ever do them again. They're kind of time. I might do them again. They won't be store reviews. They'll be website reviews, preferably so I can kind of critique people's SEO-based content. But we'll see. Zach, who is behind the egg? Oh, I'm also behind the egg. I was the world record egg. I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but that's me. The dome firmament. I'm going to look that up. Firmament dome. Oh, I see. Okay. Not bad. Who built that? Who built the dome? Was that like the Simpsons movie where the Environmental Protection Agency put the dome over Springfield because they were polluting too much? We do pollute a lot. Did you see that China now no longer wants to buy our recycling because they're moving more into tech and less and moving away from kind of converting that recycling into like cheap products? So kind of nullifies recycling a little bit at the moment. So yeah, we do need a dome over the Earth. Although I don't know why we would have that. Would it be to protect space? Because I think space can handle our garbage, but I don't know. Damn, I guess I am a flat earther though. All right, I call it the egg Earth though. Sounds a little more professional. Make some videos on WordPress website designs. I will, Icer, don't worry. When I do make a video, that'll be one of them. When, if. I missed your answer to that, what Brennan was up to. Is he still in e-com? Yeah, he's e-com, we'll say digital marketing. I like saying digital marketing more than e-com, But yeah, he's in it. He basically is doing the exact same thing that I am with the website, except he's in a different niche. But basically, he's made a website almost exactly like mine in the approach to things, and he's seeing very similar results. So yeah, basically my clone. Have you ever thought about creating your own brand instead of drop shipping? Yeah. The thing is, it's very expensive and very risky if you're not super established. So down the line, I fully intend on creating a brand on this website and selling my own products, but not for a while. Not for a good amount of time. I think I'll end the stream at 2 hours. It's a good time. Got some good chatting in, and I didn't realize that I wasn't going to get any work done during the live stream. I should have known, though. I thought I was smarter than that. Oh, let me ask, though. I mean, I don't really know what I'd ask. Just kind of bounce ideas off. Okay. Let me think. Because here's the thing. I need to bounce some ideas off of you. Here's the thing. So I like my YouTube channel, and I like my little education thing I have going on. I don't want to make it my big main focus. It just doesn't really make sense. But I still want to keep doing it. It's fun for me. I like doing this. I like doing live streams and making kind of fun, derpy videos and everything. And I also like selling my course to help you guys out and also kind of supplement my income and kind of round out my assets. Now, there's a couple things about that I'm not sure where to take things right now. Right now, I'm not really going to be doing anything with my education business just because I'm so damn busy with my website. But in a couple of months, I wanted to make more videos, and I also wanted to update my course. So with my videos, I wanted to make things more entertaining than kind of like the annoying education emptiness thing. Just because it really burns you out, and it's kind of garbage to make those like pure education, I'm so smart videos. I just like kind of messing around, but also giving some good information. So I want to do that. And then as far as my course goes, I want to entirely redo it, which pains me to say because I just entirely remade it in October. But I want to do it again because I want to make this one, I want to make it simpler. I want to have about half the videos, but I want to make it a lot more concise and with a lot less, kind of a lot less room for interpretation. Because when I made the course, I tried to give people as much freedom as possible to really do what they wanted to do. But really, as I kind of built things out, I was like, oh wow, yeah, you really should be doing it this way instead of the other way, and I should specify that in this. And so I kind of need to remake the course. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't know when. I could probably, I mean, I know everything that I need to say in it, so I could probably make it pretty quick and still make it really high quality. I don't know. That's something to think about. It's just so much effort. And I gotta put that into my damn website. Otherwise I'll look like a poser. I don't know. Well, that's just me kind of thinking out loud right there. We'll see what happens. So besides print on demand, I also want to try drop shipping a high ticket item in the $300 range that does not have a lot of competition. Any tips for doing, or should I stay away? Issue with having high ticket drop shipping is that you assume all this responsibility for the product, and if something goes wrong with it, you are dealing with a very angry customer and a lot of money on the line. It's also very low converting, so you need a really good, pretty cheap traffic source that's going to bring you consistent high converting traffic. It's tough. I mean, high ticket dropshipping definitely has its place, but it does not come without its drawbacks. So keep that in mind. But yeah. Would you create a dropshipping site targeting other countries? I wouldn't create a dropshipping site, but my site is friendly to every country, but it is only in English. So if someone's in another country and they can read English, they can get on my site. I get a lot of people from the UK. I get some people from Russia, some from India. I've had a couple from China. Can you tell us your thoughts on print on demand versus products? I mean, with print on demand, you got to be creative. I don't know. They're so different. It really depends on what you want to do. They're very, very different. Print on demand is more creative side. Product is more fulfilling a demand. Talk about our ex-president Lula. No, we won't talk about that. Hey Zach, just want to say thanks for all the content you put out with Real Sustenance. I'm just about ready to start my own journey, and you've helped me get to this point, so thanks, man. Hey, it's good, Carlos. If you just hopped in this stream, I don't know if you've been in here or not. Pop me into, or when this live stream's over, watch it from the beginning, because I got a lot of good advice that I think you'd really like to hear. But yeah, good luck. Don't get discouraged. It's so easy to get discouraged. Oh my God. I get discouraged all the time. Why you have this boring bottle? There's so many sick bottles in Alley, dude. Yeah, because it's a Nalgene. It's boring, but this is a Nalgene. This is like the Rolls Royce of water bottles. And I have dropped this bitch at least 24 times, and it has not even gotten scuffed. This is the best investment I've ever made. I think it was kind of expensive too, but I love it. Fantastic. Any advanced Insta tips? I feel like I've seen all blog posts and videos, lol. Advanced Insta tips? Post 1 to 2 times a day. Run a bot that likes and follows and unfollows people. And posts links to your blog posts in your Instagram story. That's it. That's as effective as you're going to get. Unless you go absolutely ham on it, which 99 out of 100 times it's still not going to see any results. So that's what I do. That's what I do for my Instagram. I don't do anything more. So that's what I would recommend. Unless you've got a different type of business. If you've got kind of a personal brand kind of thing going, then focus more on Instagram. But I'm not the guy to talk to about that because I'm not a huge personal brand person. And I haven't done a lot of experimentation with that. So that's my advice when it comes to that. My site is in Portuguese. Should I target Portugal, Angola, and other countries? Thanks. I mean, you could have a translator on there. I don't know how good they are, but I mean, if your website is in a particular language, you should expect people, like if yours is in Portuguese, you should expect Portuguese speaking countries to only go to that website. Otherwise, that's like someone trying to get me to go on a Russian website. I have no idea what any Russian means, so yeah, that makes sense. What's up? You have great content, bro. Thank you, Art. I appreciate that. How long have I been dropshipping? Well, I started back in 2016. Established 2016, like one of those hipster coffee places. Yeah, that was all garbage back then. All garbage. terrible. I'm so happy I didn't have a YouTube channel back then. It's awful. But yeah. That's how long. I've had no life for a very long time. Very long time. What made you switch from dropshipping to SEO based site? Great question, Ronald. The big reason is because, oh damn, you missed it. I talked about this. So the big reason why is because my website died. So, oh, you asked me what my niche was. Yeah, I had the Zodiac website. And with my Zodiac website, it was doing great. I was making a lot of money for a good amount of time. I felt like I was on top of the world. And then it died. My Facebook ads died. I couldn't get a new one running. I couldn't find another product to sell. I couldn't get it going. And that website was toast. I couldn't even sell it because the website could not make any more money, so nobody in their right mind would buy it. I didn't even attempt to sell it because it wasn't worth anything. So upon having that realization, I was like, oh my God, I didn't have an asset. I had basically a casino in my computer. That I did use lookalikes too, didn't do anything. I was beyond revival. Believe me, I tried. I was desperate. I had a casino in my computer, and every day I was putting in some money, and it was spitting it back at me. It was like, "Oh, you're doing awesome, man! Look at all these people eating up your Zodiac products." And then one day, not one day. It was over the course of a couple of months. It just shot down. Couldn't revive it, and yeah, it was toast. And at that time I realized, oh wow, okay, focusing entirely on advertisements to run a business, that's terrible. That's not long term. That's incredibly volatile. It's all luck based. Let me look into this SEO thing that I was messing with SEO, but I hadn't considered just entirely switching over to it and not even focusing on cold advertising. Did a lot of research, did a lot of testing with it. I was like, oh wow, this is very long term. It's basically directly correlated to the amount of effort and skill you put into it. Basically no luck. There's a little bit of luck because Google determines what ranks and what doesn't. But if you're writing good content, then you've got a lot more control over that. I was like, yeah, this is the way to go. And I really, once I had that realization, I was like, wow, I would never, ever go back from that. You have had only that Zodiac store or more dropshipping stores? I had a couple more. One of them I worked on with my dad, and he actually still has that one going, and it's kind of an anomaly. It's really not replicable by people, which is why I don't talk about it. Also, I kind of want to keep it more on the DL, so that he's in control of that, so just he's running it. Don't want anyone to interfere with that. But that was going well, and then I had this other one that it did okay. Also was kind of based off of the trend that died. Yeah, so there were really those three. Do you write the SEO content yourself? If not, what agency do you hire? I do write it myself. Everything on my website, all 200,000 plus words, were written by me. It's so boring, but it's fun too. I like being in control of the content that goes up on my website. I do consider myself a pretty good writer, so I'm not feeling like I'm compromising that in order to save money. I just know that I can put out a really high quality product. But when I do go about hiring somebody to write content, I'm going to bring one person on, and I'm going to train them to write it properly, and I'm going to work with them directly as they create the content. How to make businesses sustainable so it won't die as fast as your Zodiac dropshipping store? I mean, my Zodiac store lasted over a year until it died. And that was really, yeah, that was pretty long for a dropshipping store. Really, a sustainable business is one that isn't based off of getting cold traffic like running Facebook ads to a random audience and hoping that they're going to buy your trendy product. A sustainable business is one that has consistent traffic that is not volatile, and it's a business that you own in its entirety and you're in entire control of. And basically, that's a website that utilizes SEO to get free traffic to it, and then either selling your own products that way or being an affiliate for another website like Amazon. For your Zodiac site and SEO, did you have a blog for it to drive the content and organic traffic? The thing with my Zodiac site is that there wasn't blog posts that I could write. I tried my absolute hardest, but there were no posts that I could write that were getting significant volume that I could actually write for and that would convert into anything. The problem with that is that it's so low converting. The same happened to the Instagram account I had for it. It's so low converting to where you may get a lot of interaction with it, but really no people are going to buy off of it. So it was really kind of dead in the water when it started. I just didn't have I wasn't in the right place to kind of recognize, oh, this website is going to die. I had no idea. What would you do with dropshipping if you didn't have any money to invest and you were a bad writer? Geez. I would work a job to get money and then hire somebody to write for me. I mean, that's what I would do. What was your Zodiac domain? I don't really want to give it away. I still own it. I have to think about it if I want to. It was really clever, actually. It was a pun. I don't want to give it away just because I don't know if that's going to do anything. There would be any negative connotations with giving it out, but it was pretty clever. But the entire website and everything's down now, so even if you had it, you wouldn't even be able to see it. But yeah, I was very proud of the domain name. Do I have any idea for good print-on-demand service for t-shirts? Isn't like Printful good? I don't know. I don't do print-on-demand, so. Oh, Sick Shop. I think you asked that question and I didn't answer you. Sorry about that. Have I ever recycled websites or stores and used them on newer niches? I wouldn't do that. I haven't done research on this, but I have read content from other people that have, in where if you have a website and you want to convert it to another niche, it's generally a better idea to just start an entirely new website than to switch all the content over to something else. That's that. Altar, bro. What's up? And what would you do if you were living in a country where dollars are too expensive and getting a job wouldn't pay for anything? Huh. So the situation, if you are living in a country where dollars are too expensive and getting a job wouldn't, so if the inflation rate's too high, Okay. So you've got no money, working a job doesn't do anything, and you're a bad writer. Well, then I would learn how to write well and then write the content yourself, because making a website and creating content is essentially free. You could start it with no money, but you do need to be a decent writer. So during that time, I would just work on becoming a better writer and then start writing my own content. That's what, other than that, you're basically, I don't know what to tell you. That's what I would do. I was banned from Shopify. Okay. Screw Shopify. Go on WordPress. If you want an e-commerce solution on WordPress, use WooCommerce. There you go. Better than Shopify. It's not as simple, but it's more configurable. Did you ever consider to start an advertising agency to work with legit businesses? Seems like a good escape for dropshippers. Yeah, I thought about it. The issue with that is that it is a little bit volatile, and the thing is, I love things that are hands-off. And when you have an advertising agency, I don't know about anything that can be more hands-on. And it also, your payment directly is influenced by the client's performance, and I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that. I want to be responsible for my own stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Now, if I did get into kind of client work, what I would do is, yeah, I might do some like consulting stuff. Maybe help people, maybe go to businesses like local restaurants and stuff and help them actually start a website or entirely revamp it to make it not garbage, stuff like that. But yeah, it's not really my forte. But if I was desperate for money, I might do that instead of having to work a corporate job. One product store? No, don't do a one product store. It's garbaggio. WooCommerce thoughts? I love WooCommerce. There's some issues with it in terms of customization that are kind of annoying, but yeah, for the most part, it's really, really good. Hi, any thoughts on digital marketing for selling software? You mean being an affiliate for software? It makes hella money, really, really lucrative, but there's a lot of competition. So if you can, I don't know, I can't tell you to get into that or not, but I will tell you that there's a massive amount of competition for that. I know a few people who does it and make big buck. Well, so the thing with the one product store, Altar, is that you can make money from it, and I don't doubt that people do make money from it. The issue is that it's not sustainable and you're not actually building an asset, right? If you have a one product store and it makes you $1,000 a month, right, and it lasts for a year, okay, you got $12,000, or even makes you $10,000 a month. Okay, you got $120,000. But if that product dies on you and you can't get another one, you're dead in the water, and that asset is no longer worth anything because it has no cash flow. It's not worth anything. But if you have a website that is consistently making you money because it's not dependent on only one thing and has a ton of different factors playing into it, that's an asset because it's making money consistently. So if you have a website, say, SEO affiliate website, it's making you $2,000 a month consistently, you can sell that thing for 35 times profit. You could sell a $2,000 a month website for 70 grand, easy. If it's consistent, easy. If it's entirely white hat too and really good content, 80 grand. That's one thing to consider, but also, yeah, the fact that it's so volatile, and I have messed with that too, and I've seen way more people attempt it and fail it than succeed with it. I can't recommend it. You can succeed with it and you can make a lot of money with it, but the chances of succeeding with it are so low that I, as a teacher, cannot recommend it. How to pitch for collabs? What do you mean, Emma? Because there's a few different kinds of collabs, but I could help you out if you specify a little bit, like what you're trying to achieve. How long to mature a new pixel? As long as possible. I mean, basically, you're only going to be using. You're only going to be using Facebook ads for retargeting advertisements, in which case you're not even using the pixel like in its season state. You're using it to retarget people that it already has seen on your website. That's what I use it for. Do Amazon better ROI? What do you mean by that? Relicon Games. Bro, look up Scott Hills. Altar, have you watched my video? This one product dropshipping store is terrible because I made a video on Scott Hills. If you haven't watched that video, watch it. I talk about exactly his thing. Yes, I generate most of my traffic from Google. And I don't run retargeting ads right now because I don't get enough traffic to warrant it. Oh yeah, Relicon. Absolutely agree. Well, yeah, I was talking about phone cases there, but even then, it still applies for basically any other product. Because it's going to die. Here, I'll tell you, I know, Kat's woke and she's left. I'll tell you, my roommate Brennan, he sold these black peel-off face mask things, right? He did this like 2.5 years ago is when he sold those. He made several $1,000s off of it in a pretty short amount of time because he hopped in at the trend, right? It was unique. Nobody had done it at the time that he was doing it, and it was pretty cool. But it died, okay? It lost its hype. It lost the trendiness. It died off. His website stopped. He made no money. And then he was dead in the water, and he had to try and find another product to do it. And he found this other one, but it had maybe like 1/4 of the success as this one. And then he found another one, and it didn't do anything. So here's my big gripe with this. So Scott, we'll talk in terms of Scott. Scott passed 200K. Is that revenue or profit first? Let's say that. He's flaunting revenue. It's not going to be profit. But the thing is, you can absolutely make money doing this, especially if you have enough startup capital initially. If you have the money to just fuck around and throw at Facebook ads, oh my God, you could make your revenue could be massive. If I had 200 grand, I could throw that into Facebook ads, and I guarantee you I could break even. I could get 200K back, okay? But that doesn't mean that I'm making anywhere near profit. Additionally, so right there, the startup capital is kind of different, but it's also incredibly luck-based. So these people, when they're like, oh, just find a trendy product and sell it, they got insanely lucky with this product. Do you know how many people have tried to sell trendy products like these people say to do? I would say tens of thousands at this point. So many people have tried it. Do you know how many people succeed? Maybe a fraction of 1%. And of those people, most of those people that succeeded didn't succeed because, oh, they just grinded more, they put in more work, they were more dedicated. They succeeded because they got lucky. They found the right product, and then they found the right audience to do it. And they're riding that high. Sure, they're making a lot of money now, but when that bitch dies, they're going to be back with that 99.9% of everybody else trying to find the next thing. They can go months or even years without finding a new product to sell, making zero money, right? And during that time when they're trying to find the new thing, they're throwing their money into ads, they're throwing away all that profit that they made off of the other product. If they ever want to get out of this rat race, they're not going to have a damn asset to sell because they're not making money on the website in the first place. It doesn't make sense in the long term. And if you're just getting into things, or if you've been in it for a little bit, it does look very, very lucrative. And when I first started getting into things, I was like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing in the world. I'm going to be a fucking billionaire. This is awesome. But as I started, getting more experience with just business in general and digital marketing in general, I realized this is probably the stupidest business model you could ever get into, right? You're not building an asset. As soon as the product dies, your website's dead. You don't have anything to sell to get out of it, unlike basically every other business. It's entirely luck-based. No business is built off of luck. No website, no business is like, oh boy, I hope people buy our product so we can pay our rent this month. Nobody does that because it's so stupid. But it's been normalized in this business model to where it's really taking advantage of a lot of people and not disclosing the fact that it is insanely luck-based and that so many people will be hung up to dry because there is no guarantee, not even close, and there's almost no correlation between skill and results. There's basically no correlation there. It's really, really luck. There's skill to an extent to where, you know, there's a certain strategy that you're supposed to do to see results, but past that point, it's really all luck. It's bad. Don't do it. Good for them for making money. I wish them the best. I wish they retire at age 23 and just bang beautiful supermodels until they're 97 and then die of natural causes. That'd be awesome. But that doesn't mean that you can also do that too. You gotta be pretty lucky. Yeah, I mean, that's my rant on that. I've thought about it a lot, believe me. This isn't something that I'm like, oh, that's a thing. I've thought about it for at least a year. I'm like, oh, one product source, blah, blah, blah. Or, oh, dropshipping in general, blah, blah, blah. Dropshipping in general, I've been thinking about nonstop in like 3 years. It's crazy. But yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, though, Altar. I like talking about that. Hello? You come back? Yeah. My cat came back. You want to say hello? Say hello. Hello. Mwah. Oh, God. If you're a neat freak, do not get a cat. You will find their hair literally every crevice of your life. There will be cat hair. Is the cat niche dead? The cat niche will always exist, but, you know, you're not going to just hop and skip and jump into it. So no roast, huh? What roast are you talking about, Jorge? I will roast. I'll roast people at the wazoo. Oh, East Coast Kings? Oh, your website? Oh, okay. I'll look at it. I'm warning you, I'm going to give you like a 2-second roast because it's very time consuming. Did you just start this? Still working on it. Okay. You sure you got it? You sure? Okay. I would say scrap it. Yeah. I would say scrap it. The thing is, it's kind of, there's not much coherent, so there's no coherency between the brand and the products. There's no coherency between the products themselves. It's just kind of thrown on there. The website itself isn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it certainly doesn't look great. You did put the quick links in there, which is pretty nice. But yeah, the products don't really make sense. They're kind of uninspiring. If you run ads for them, they're not going to convert. If they do convert, they're going to convert for a very short amount of time because they're based on being trendy. So they're not going to succeed. $56 for a makeup organizer. I think that's a ripoff. Yeah, I don't know. I would say to save your time and to save your effort, I would say scrap this entirely. I wouldn't want you to waste any more time on it. I do appreciate the effort you put into it, because it does look like you put effort into it. But when you're, when you're putting gold glitter on a turd, it's still poop underneath. And the business model that you are building this off of is that feces. So yeah, I do appreciate the ambition though, but definitely go back. If you haven't watched the rest of my live stream or the previous 2 hours, when the stream is over, it'll get uploaded to my channel. Go watch it, and it'll talk more about, what you should actually be doing. About collabs, probably guest posts to get better SEO, or just asking for links in their website to mine. What could I give back to them as mine? Thank you if I have a smaller audience than that person. Well, with guest posts, it doesn't matter your audience. You're giving them free content. That's awesome. That's all you need. I'm gonna read you one of my recent emails that I sent to somebody. Let me do that. Where's my sent box? All right, I'm going to read you one of my emails that I sent out, and this one just secured a guest post, okay? I just got this guest post submitted. All right, so I found this website just doing some general research. It's a pretty big website. It gets almost 1 million visits a month, but I was able to find their contact email and send them this email. All right, I said, hello. I'm contacting you because I'm a big fan of your website and the content on it, so I'd like to contribute to it with a guest post. Actually, I'm going to read you two, because this one actually wanted the submission in a specific form, and this isn't what I normally send. All right. I'm contacting you because I'm a big fan of your website and the content on it, so I'd like to contribute to it with a guest post. Below, I have 5 topics that I'd be willing to write for your website. And then I list off 5 topics that are related to both my niche and theirs. And then I said, I would also be more than happy to write about a topic of your choice if you'd prefer to have me do that. I'm very flexible with my writing. Your guest post guidelines also said to mention that I'd like a link back to my website and the author bio. I'd love to publish my work on your site, so I look forward to your response. Best, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's what I sent to one website. They wanted a specific format. They wanted me to submit 5 things in my initial outreach email, and to also say that I want a backlink to my website and the author bio. So there's that. There's another one that I sent. Okay, here's another one that got me a guest post. So I said, hello, and then the lady's name. I came across your website recently, and I really like how your website I came across your website recently, and I really like your website and how you go about business. And then after that, I have a sentence talking about why I like their website. It's very specific, and it gives away my niche, so I don't want to say that. After that, I said, I'm contacting you because I noticed that you have a blog with some good posts on it, and I wanted to see if you're accepting guest posts. I'd love to create a unique piece of content for you as a guest author. I am the lead writer on the blog, my website, and then I talk about, what the website is based about. I've written every post on that website, so you can read through some of them to get an idea for my writing style. I have a few ideas for posts that, if you'd like, I can share with you. I'm looking forward to your response. Best, and then my name. And yeah, that's what I've been sending to everybody. That's what secured me some guest posts with some really high domain authority websites. I've gotten guest posts on, I think one was like a 74, one was like a 64, another 60, a 50, some pretty damn good ones. And I've got some other ones in the works. One's like a 70, like a 76. Really, really good. But it's really not that hard. When you're outreaching, the thing is, you're just giving them free content. Now, here's the thing. When you're reaching out to individual people, like when I try and outreach to more mommy bloggers, where it's like a lady running a blog, they're usually, pardon my language, but they're usually bitches, and they want an exorbitant amount of money for a link back to my website, which is a load of garbage. and their websites aren't even insanely good. I'm like, who's gonna pay that? Nobody. You're just kind of, you know, screwed. But when I hit up actual, let's say, businesses that have a blog and that have an actual advertising team, and I contact them and I say, hey, are you accepting any guest posts on your website? A lot of them are actually like, yes, we will. We'll send it to our editors too, make sure it's up to snuff, and then we'll post it. Because they know the benefit of having content on their website. They're not little bastards who base their entire business around selling links on their website. So yeah, that's what I do. See some great results from it. I love it. Yeah, it's gone well. I actually need to hit up some of these people again because they haven't replied. I sent it during spring break, so maybe that was doing something. I don't know. Do you know anyone who does / teaches mobile app advertising? I don't. Well, I saw one person. I don't know his name at all, but I saw him doing it. So you may be able to find it with more searching around. How to get good SEO results from a keyword if big companies like Etsy, Society6 are in the top 5. Ooh. Where do you rank? What are you trying to rank for? If you're ranking for, if you're trying to rank for e-commerce keywords, like if you're trying to sell a plant pot, you're not going to rank. You can't do that. It's not going to happen. You need to rank your blog content that's based around a particular topic, and then from there link to products that people can purchase. Because e-commerce keywords are so valuable, any of the big websites are going to rank for those. So yeah, you need to make sure you're writing about the correct stuff. So you have a store on the same domain that you publish blog posts? Yes. Yeah. It's WooCommerce, which just builds right into the website, so it doesn't even look any different. It perfectly integrates in there. Look great. Yeah. Damn. Blogging's still good? Dude, blogging's better than ever. Blogging has never been better. Well, I wouldn't say that. It was the best time to start blogging was like 10 years ago. The second best time is right this second. Yeah. Shitty blogging, pardon my language, shitty blogging is dead. It's garbage. But as long as you write really good content about the correct topics, yeah, you'll do well. Oh, did you ask me a question? What is your experience with other marketing strategies like quizzes, free ebooks, how to advertise these? So I actually haven't had any experience with quizzes and free ebooks and stuff like that. Now, I do want to create an ebook on my website and put it in the sidebar of my blog post and sell it. That's definitely down the line as kind of a monetization expansion. But I have never used those things as a lead gen. People love free stuff. As long as it's really good, then it could potentially convert into customers. But I have not played around with that enough to really tell you. Excuse me. WooCommerce over Shopify, hands down. Hands down, WooCommerce over Shopify. Shopify is a lot easier to use than WooCommerce, but WooCommerce in the long run is just better. You mentioned you private label now, but how did you go about finding an actual manufacturer in your niche that is even a good idea? Good question. The only time I would private label a product is if I'm getting immense conversions off of it on Amazon already. So if I'm selling this one, if I have a post that's talking about this one product, and I'm linking to Amazon in it, and I get like 10 commissions a day off of it, I may be like, oh wow, maybe it's a better idea for me to start selling this product myself. And so it wouldn't necessarily be private labeling, but it would be self-fulfillment. At that point, I may contact the supplier and say, hey, how much At what price can I purchase 1,000 units of this product for? They'd be like, oh, so and so, and I can either say yes or no. If it's a good price, I could buy it and then replace that Amazon link with a link to the product on my own website, and I just sell it there. And then I'm the retailer, and I'll make some more money that way. That's a way of expansion. But I wouldn't just hop into it. My keywords are bookish quotes or names of characters from a young adult book or name of book/series. Type in, for example, Sarah J. Maas t-shirt. Oh. Yeah, you can't that's not going to work. That is not going to work. So the workaround for that, and guys, I have to say, this is going to be my last answer because my throat's hurting and I need to do some link building, but thank you. I would say my workaround for that would be I would create content based around the book that people are still searching for. So maybe a post about the 100 best quotes from Twilight, whatever young adult book you're making a post about. Sarah J. Maas. Have that start ranking in Google. Okay, people will come onto that page, and from there you can promote your print-on-demand products, because the people that would be going to that post are obviously going to be fans of that book or whatever movie, whatever you're promoting right there. They're coming on there, they're a super fan because they're looking for that thing, and then you're like, hey, if you're a super fan, you want to show your support, here's a shirt that looks awesome and that is related to the show. Boom, there you go. That's the way you're going to deal with that, because there's no way you're going to outrank Redbubble and Etsy and all those websites, Society6, for those keywords. It's simply not going to happen. So you got to get a little bit creative with your workaround. But great question. Hey, hats off to you. That sounds really fun. Keep me posted on how you're doing. Emma, it's a pretty unique thing. Yeah, guys. Thanks so much for this live stream. That was 2.5 hours straight of just talking. Hopefully I was able to help you guys out. If you're just hopping into this live stream, or if you hopped in pretty recently, it's 2.5 hours long. I would highly recommend that once this stream is over and it gets uploaded to my channel in probably like an hour or so, you go back and watch it in its entirety, because I talk about a lot of things that would be immensely beneficial that I can't recommend enough and that I can't say enough. So go back and watch that. That'll help you out a lot. If you were in this live stream though for the entire time, thanks for stopping in. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, guys, it's been fun. That's really it. Follow me on Instagram, Zachary_Inman. I guess. I don't know what else to say. You're a real no BS. You know your stuff. Thank you, Relicon Games. I appreciate that. Do you think it's a good idea to have separate blog and e-commerce store? No, I do not. And when am I coming back? I don't know. My focus right now is on my blog, so just pulled a muscle. Uh-oh. Oh no, the camera reset. Okay, there we go. It scared me. I was like, I'm just about to end. Don't shut off on me. Yeah, let me put this back into focus. There we go. What was I saying? Oh, when am I coming back? Yeah, my main focus is on my website, so I'm really only going to come back when I feel like I can take a good break from that and pump out some videos. But I do have a couple ideas for videos I want to make. I want to live stream again. So it's not going to be too long. I do love doing YouTube. It's more of a passion thing than like a business thing. But yeah, just stay tuned, stay subscribed, look out for me. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Thank you guys for being awesome. Thank you for 32,069 subscribers. I think I have more than that. And refresh the page. You guys are the bomb. Let's get to 100,000. I'll upload my next video when I get to 100,000 subscribers. How about that? Oh God, could you imagine? Like 2 more years, right? Who knows? All right. Well, it was a pleasure, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Peace out.